Hello and a very warm welcome to episode 102 of the Sussex by the Sea podcast. A podcast that now covers local football in this great town of ours, as well as keeping up with all the frills and spills, highs and lows of my team, Hastings United. On the show this week 33 of the Hastings Report, running through all our sides in the SCFL, MSFL and ESFL. And then we're very lucky to be joined by the STARMAN himself, Ryan Worrall, for the SBTS Fan Roundtable. Enjoy, grassroots football fans. Now over to week 33 of the Hastings Report. It gives me great pleasure to introduce week 33 of the Hastings Report. I'm here. Unfortunately, my co-host Leon Pettit isn't here, but we do get small nuggets, small pearls of insight from him. So you're not going completely without. So let's crack straight to it. On Saturday, 8th of April, so it was Horsham YMCA 2, Little Common 0. A surprisingly comfortable win here for Horsham. Shivnerin coming on as an early sub and bagging a goal straight away. Half-time 2-0 through Zach Bigwell. And that is the way it stayed.
To Little Common, who basically topped off what was a disappointing weekend for the Bexhill clubs, losing to Horsham. I think I've got egg in my face because I was pretty confident Common would come away with some points of this one, but it weren't to be. Don't really know too much about the game, couldn't really read too much about it online. So, it just sums up what was a disappointing afternoon for our County League sides. And, as of the time I'm recording this, I've just seen that the Little Common Bexhill game has been postponed today, so that was disappointing for Little Common. There's a chance for a bumper sort of bank holiday crowd, get a bit of money behind the bar through the gate, but it weren't to be, so I'm no doubt that'll be rearranged in due course. But when it does, we'll still be up for a lively game, no doubt.
Again on Saturday, 8th of April, it was Bexhill 1, Roffey 2, Joel Andrade and Damien Fortune getting the goals for Roffey. The goal for Bexhill from Thomas Vickers. BORNATOTTER gives his review, which he says that it finished up 2-1 to the visitors. Here with lots of late drama, lacklustre display from the Pirates against a spirited Roffey side who took the battle to us. In addition, we've got a report from Chris Van Rock on the Roffey game. Going into the game, we were nervous as Roffey, who could not buy a win throughout the season, had turned things around with a new team and manager. Ollie Hall was brought down in the box in the first minute, Tom Vickers converting the penalty, but we were soon under attack by Roffey's quick and effective forwards. George Cousins equalised to make it 1-1 in the second half, and another tackle to Ollie Howe in the box gave a last-minute penalty which Tom Vickers fortunately missed. Looking like a 1-1, Roffey scored in the last minute of extra time to take the win, and fair play to them because they deserved it. Jasper Sheik, their goalkeeper, was the man of the match, and this was a tale of two goalkeepers. Alex Zamani, who pulled off save after save for Bexhill, was superb. Roffey should have really won this 4-1 in the end.
Disappointing result for him. I think we pretty much decided they was going to win this one comfortably, but by all accounts, Roffey didn't look like a side that were stuck to the bottom of the table and were the better team by all accounts. Bexhill had the chance to score the winner. I think it was a missed penalty in the last sort of few minutes of the game, and sort of sounds like Roffey went up the other end and nabbed the winner. Imagine Bexhill would be disappointed with that, but like I say, and Roffey, it sounded like Roffey probably played one of their best games, if not the best game of the season, and it looked like their relative positions in the league were quite possibly reversed.
So Monday should have been Little Common versus Bexhill, but it was rained off. The reason I mention it is the game will be rescheduled for the 18th of April. Now, so we move over to the SCFL fixtures. So Wednesday, the 12th of April, I'm recording on the Tuesday. Little Common visit second off bottom Alford, I fully expect Little Common to take all 3 here.
Little Common travel away to Alfold. You'd fancy Little Common with this one. Alfold have had a difficult season, but as the Bexhill result has shown at the weekend, who knows? But just based on the relative league positions, how the seasons have gone, you'd have to go with Little Common with this one.
And then on the Saturday, 15th of April, we got Bexhill United versus Horsham YMCA. Expect Bexhill to get back to winning ways against Horsham YMCA, who haven't won away since the 3rd of December.
And then we have Bexhill next weekend entertaining Horsham YMCA. I mean, I can't see Bexhill losing another game at home. You just have to write off the Roffey game as a freak result, and I'd be confident in them getting a result against Horsham.
Roffey versus Little Common again on Saturday. Almost certainly relegated Roffey face the Common, and with only Pride to play for, will they put in a similar performance as they did against Bexhill?
And then at the weekend, Common travel to Roffey, who've just come off the back of that really good result against Bexhill. Based on that, Roffey's form is actually pretty good. So after talk about the Bexhill game, I had to look at the team's form and that, and Roffey are 4th in the form table and Bexhill are 3rd. So don't write them off just yet, I think.
Moving on to the MSFL. In the Montgomery Cup semi-final, it was Ridgewood 4, Battletown 1. At the Trafalgar Ground at New Haven, and Will Fenner, Will Reed, Aaron Stimpson and Aaron Walsh getting the goals for Ridgewood, with Tristan Mayhew getting the goal for Battletown. Sean Utting saw red midway through the second half. Ridgewood running out fairly comprehensive winners, unfortunately for our Battletown. Then on the Saturday, 8th of April, we had Westfield 2, Sedlescombe Rangers 2. Goals from Kevin Borden and Robert Higgins for Sedlescombe, with Sam Willett and George Landace getting the goals for Westfield. This one didn't go to the script. It was the final game at that wonderful parish field. Westfield found themselves losing 2-0 to a competitive Sedlescombe side who weren't turning up to make the numbers up at all. But 2 goals for Westfield midway through the second half meant both sides cancelled each other out.
And Westfield's ended the last ever competitive parish field with 2-2 draw, and it sounds like an entertaining game. Westfield with 2-0 down to Sedlescombe in a local derby match, and they managed to get it back to 2-2. So it was nice that they didn't lose their last ever home game there. So now obviously we've covered it before, but next season they'll move across the road into their nice new grounds, and hopefully the club can enable the club to push on and get back to the sort of similar standard they were playing, or even higher than they were before. So good luck to them.
Hollington were facing Reigate Priory, ended up 2-0. Paul Rogers with a brace. A comfortable day at the office for Hollington, leaving it till the second half till Reigate basically couldn't keep them out any longer, and running out comfortable winners. 3 more points on that road to the title.
Hollington beat Reigate Priory 2-0. Maybe it wasn't all plain sailing. It was 0-0 at half-time, but the half-time team talk obviously got the job done, and they got the result in the end with Paul Rogers grabbing 2. So so that means Hollington only need 3 more points to win the league, but that won't be happening today. So I'm recording this on the bank holiday Monday. They was due to play Rotherfield away, but that's been postponed thanks to Great British weather. But it means it's now a chance for Hollington to win the league in front of a home crowd at the Gibbons on this coming Saturday. So that'll be much better ways for them to win it. And I have no doubt they'll get the job done.
Then on the bank holiday Monday, Willingdon Athletic 0, Westfield 10. Sam Willett, Jake Stapley, George Landace with 3, Josh Pickering with 4, and Stephen Davies getting the goals for Westfield. The whipping boys of the league were well and truly given tell of the best trousers down from an absolutely rampant Westfield side in the mud. Jack Stapley's given a few words about that 10-0 win. He says it's probably the wettest pitch I've ever played on, puddles everywhere and a river through the middle. Found it tough first half, wasting chance after chance, and trying to attack the bottom goal was like attacking a swamp. Once the third went in, the floodgates opened, and in truth, it could have been 15 or 20. Willingdon have had a tough season, with, as we've been said, with all of their players and management leaving at the beginning of the season. So fair play to them to keep going, and everyone at Westfield wishes them well going forward. So we move on to fixtures. We've got Jarvis Brook, who have just been crowned, funnily enough, champions of the MSFL Division 2 facing the mighty Hollington, who should be crowned champions of the Prem in the next few weeks. They travel to Lancing's ground for the Sussex Intermediate Cup final. That's Wednesday the 12th of April. Jarvisbrook should be a stern test, but Hollington have got that depth that will get them across the line, in my opinion. Good luck, the Lions.
Good luck to Hollington. Yeah, it'd be nice for them to bring that trophy back over this side of the county once more. So yeah, good luck to them.
On the Saturday coming, we've got Battletown versus Balcombe. Third place Balcombe travel to Prince's Park on the back of a 9-game unbeaten streak. It's going to be a tough day at the office for the town, as I don't see that unbeaten record getting beaten on that day. Then on Saturday, we've got Hollington United versus Cuckfield Rangers. Mid-table Cuckfield won't be given anything at the Gibbons other than the lovely grub post-match that Hollington always put on. Hollington 3 points nearer to that title, I say. Again on Saturday, we've got Linfield versus Westfield. Big clash this one. Second place Linfield entertain a fired up Westfield, who will want to have some revenge for that 4-1 reverse at home back in October. And we move on to the ESFL Prem. Hawkhurst United 1, Punnets Town 8, Callum Holes, Harry Warsell 3, Connor Middleton with 3, and Mark Phillips getting the goals for Punnets. Hawkhurst's goal was from Kieran Martin, and that defeat to Hollington in the Cup is well forgotten. Back to the league, and with this emphatic win, they are right on Bexhill Town's tail. It was Crowhurst 4, Robertsbridge United 1, Sean Baldwin, Aaron Scrace, and 2 from Wesley Tate for Crowhurst. Guy Ballard with the goal for Robertsbridge. Crowhurst made light work of bottom club Robertsbridge. Bexhill AAC 4, Rockinore 3, Ben Barton with 2, Oscar Hammond and James McCraw for Bexhill. Rockinore's goals from Nathan Phillips and Harry Corkill with a couple. Bexhill thought they were cruising at half-time 4-0 up, but nearly the comeback of the season from Rockinore meant Bexhill were hanging on for dear life for that final whistle in a cracking game. Rye Town 4, Westfield Reserves 0, Sam Cooper, Sammy Folks and a brace from Charlie Stevens finished this off as a contest in the first half, as Rye Town edged closer to that top spot. Jack Stapley gave a few words for this game as well, which was that they were a massively weakened side due to Easter holidays, etc. But the lads played with heart and didn't give up against us. I think we all agree, the champions-elect in Rye. Proud of the players that stepped up from thirds and fourth to help out. Bexhill Town 2, Sidley United 1. Despite taking the lead through Daniel Gorgon and playing against 10 men, as Harry Saville saw red for Bexhill, the Bexhill subs Olefu Peterson and Tommy Whelan came out and snatched it for the top of the table club. ESFL Division 1. Sandhurst 3, Junior Club Tackaway 0. John Bilsby, Robert Briley and James Found. He always finds that net, that boy. A surprisingly comfortable win for Sandhurst, and Tackaway missed a fabulous opportunity to get some daylight between them and Sandhurst at the top. Pass and Move Arrows 4, Little Common Reserves 0. Unfortunately, goals aren't up at time of recording. Then on the Monday, SC Pass and Move Arrows 0, Sandhurst 2, Robert Briley, and that man again, James Found. He found the net. 2 second half goals from Sandhurst means Tackaways are only holding on to top spot by a point, and Sandhurst have a game in hand. We move on to ESFL Division 2. First of all, the ESFL Challenge Cup semi-final involving Division 1 and 2 sides. Bexhill Rovers couldn't raise a side, so Pesh go through to the final, and what could be a very tasty one, it's against Division 1 leaders JC Tackaway. That's at the Pilot Field on the 28th of this month, 7:45 kickoff. Then we move on to the League Div 2. S&C Pass and Move seconds versus Hollington United reserves. Unfortunately, Pass and Move couldn't raise a side, so the points are Hollington's. Suddlescombe Rangers reserves 2, Victoria Baptist 2. Victoria's goals from Joe Pratt and Chris May. Suddlescombe's goal scorers were Jimmy Hoare and Alfie Finn. Ninfield 0, Who 0. Is it squeaky bum time kicking in at the Ninfield Rec? The chasing pack back in the game again. The Old Farm derby ends in a stalemate. So that was on the Saturday. On the Monday, it was Who 2, Bexhill Rovers 1. Bexhill Rovers took the lead early. Goal not up on the FA site yet. Sorry about that. And Who went down to 10 men for the last half hour of the game. But the cheeky buggers nicked it at the death with Conor Loke and Arthur Pepper getting the goals that won it for who finished the season comfortably mid-table. Move on to ESFL Division 3. A number of double headers this week. So Sovereign Saints 3, Ticehurst 2, Sovereign's goals from Wayne Green, Drew Parks, Ricky Prodger, and Ticehurst goals from George Brown and Danny McGann. Ryetown Reserves 5, Parkfield 1, Jules Phillips with a hat-trick, George Goet and Tony Hughes getting the goals for Ryetown, Declan Otley for Parkfield. Rye remain third. Hastings Comets 1, Crowhurst Reserves 3, Crowhurst goals from James McGrath and 2 from Anton Neal. Hastings Comets goal was from Ben Tudor. Orrington 0, HERSTMONCEUX 4, Jack Baker, Charlie Shearing, Harry Wood and Ryan Arnott getting the goals for HERSTMONCEUX. Mid-table Orrington put to the sword by HERSTMONCEUX, who remain 11 points clear at the top of Division 3. Catsfield 5, Bexhill AAC Reserves 2. Catsfield's scorers Jacob Jones with a hat-trick, David Booth and David Hawes. Bexhill's goals from Jaden Dowlin and Scott Oliver. Ticehurst 1, Sovereign Saints Reserves 3. Sovereign's goals from Philip Chandler, Wayne Green and Drew Parks. George Brown getting the consolation for Ticehurst. Crowhurst 5, Hastings Comets 0. Ronnie Curtin with 2. Ryan Jinks, Anton Neal and Joshua Blanche with the goals for Crowhurst. The Monday game, it was Sovereign Saints Reserves 4, Mountfield United 0, Nicholas Barden and 2 from Jordan Funnell and an OG. That win puts the Saints 1 point off third placed Rye Town, and the rest of those fixtures in Div 3 fell foul of the weather. ESFL Division 4, sad state of affairs in Div 4, only one game to talk about, which was Hawkhurst United Reserves 1, Wellcroft Park Rangers Reserves 3, George Jones, Aaron Wright and an OG getting the goals for Wellcroft, Evan Colvin for Hawkhurst United Reserves. That takes Wellcroft 9 points clear. Now the other games were Robertsbridge United Reserves versus Parsonmouth Thirds. That was a home win. Parsonmouth couldn't raise a team. Junior Club Tackaway versus Hastings Athletic. Away win. Junior Club Tackaway couldn't raise a team. And Westfield Fourths against Burwash. Burwash couldn't raise a team, so that was Westfield. There was no ESFL team in the week at time of recording, so I'll see you next week.
Hey, no, no. Didn't know what time it was when the lights were low. I leaned back on my radio. Some cat was laying down some get it on rock and roll, he said. Then the loud sound, it seemed to fade. Came back like a slow voice on a wave of phase. That was no DJ, that was hazy cosmic jive. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. And there's a starman waiting in the sky. He told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children use it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie. To phone someone, so I picked on you. Hey, that's far out, so you heard him too. Switch on the TV, we may pick him up on channel 2. Look out your window, I can see his light. If we can sparkle, he may land tonight. Don't tell your papa, he'll get us locked up in fright. Sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he blew our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. It's only let the children use it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie. Starman waiting in the sky, he'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he blew our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky, he told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. It's only let the children use it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie.
And now over to the SBTS Fan Roundtable. Many thanks to Neo, Johnny Wills, and of course that Starman Ryan Worrall for making it happen. Right, it gives me great pleasure to introduce episode 102 of the Sussex by the Sea podcast Fan Roundtable. We have got the Starman himself here, Ryan Worrall. I'm still disappointed he took those locks off. I think it was July, August 21 that the locks were removed. But still a wonderful haircut and a wonderful player. Ryan, thank you very much for coming on today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Yeah, a long time now since the last one we had with shortish hair. It's sort of getting there, but yeah, it's not going back to that long anymore.
No. The wonderful mane, that's gone, yeah?
Yeah, that's gone. Yeah, way too much growing that took.
We've also got, with the power of editing, we've also got John Wills here today. Hello, John.
I take it you're cutting out the rest of that.
Just all the crap you come up with,
derogatory talk about you. Yeah.
You're good, sir?
I'm good, yes. Thank you.
We've also got the wonderful Leo Bridges, the man who owns TikTok You Don't Stop. This is old. Yeah, this is I'm so old. Who's come in, volunteering, done some great video content, got lots of stuff, interviews with the lads and the management. Bloody awesome. Does it for nothing. Just a top lad. Neo, thanks for coming on, mate.
My pleasure.
Straight away, crack into that wonderful 4-1 win. Potts Bar, 4-1 win. Now, I was going to go straight to John, but I want to go touch on it with Ryan first. Obviously, a slow start, but we just ground them down and smashed them at the end 4-1. What do you take from that game?
Yeah, we took a lot of positives from the game, really. I mean, at half-time, coming in at 0-0, like the pitch and everything, and obviously having the game Tuesday night as well, a tough game against Horsham in the Cup. We were kind of not disappointed to come in at 0-0, but fairly happy. Didn't really give them many chances, but created a couple ourselves and just went out with the same game plan, really. And luckily, near the end, it kind of looked like a steamroll, really. Whereas when it was a 1-1, it was a lot tighter game and a lot closer like that. But yeah, we were very, very happy to take the 3 points, that's for sure.
I need corrected on this one. Now, when I was looking on football web pages, it said unknown got the goal. And when I watched the replay, I looked like Adu got straight from the corner. And then I've just looked now and it says it's an own goal. Can you tell us who got our first goal?
Well, I think Kaz would be claiming it from the corner, but what the referee even said on that the keeper's he's flapped at it, so because he's got the touch, it's going in. So so apparently own goal to the keeper. But if I'm Kaz, I'm claiming that all day of the week.
Exactly, it's on the way in. He didn't do nothing apart.
Exactly.
But we're talking about the goals we got. Obviously, Smithy got a goal, Pope and Adams, and Mr. Worrall hasn't scored as many as I would. Anymore. No, and that's probably your newish role. I mean, it's more of a defensive midfield player. Tell us about that role that you've played this season.
Yeah, so I mean, at the start of the year, it saw me myself quite a bit at the start with Sam and Jack playing more more advanced, and in a few games coming on, I've went back into the holding role as such and done quite well and been there since. So I've always kind of played a little bit deeper when I was younger and everything. So it's not like a completely new position to me, but yeah, a lot more deeper this time, letting the wing backs and full backs go on more, so it's fine. Obviously, a few more goals would have been nice, but not being on penalties anymore kind of kills me a little bit with that as well.
Yeah, you don't mind a penalty. As I say, it kind of suits your game, like spraying the ball about, Hoddle-like, or what would the modern alternative to Hoddle be?
Probably be someone like Toni Kroos, really, for Madrid, or Modric, someone like that. I like to be on the ball quite as much as possible. Seem to be, obviously, the higher up you are, the more difficult it is and the less chances you normally get. So the deeper I am, the more chances I do get of getting on the ball a lot more and seeing a lot more passes, which is my strongest point of the game, really, passing.
Do you not say to Stoney, because Stoney, he likes to chat. He says he gets all our goals, right? Do you not say to him, like, look, mate, you just hang back for one. Let me get up there and I'll show you how to score a cracker.
Yeah, not from corners. I don't think I've got the height for corners. They'll be worrying. No one worrying about marking me when I'm in the box.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They leave you and then let the cheeky little half volley.
Yeah, you never know. Hopefully.
Yeah, no. Right, and John, you went to the game. Tell us, because I wasn't there, sir. Tell us about the match.
It's pretty much how Ryan said it, really. Of course, we don't get that good a view from behind the goal of the overall picture, but it almost looked like we were in control, just trying to suss them out in the first half. And I thought as the game went on, fitness would tell, and we dominated that second half, really. I mean, their goal was pretty much against the run of play, and it came back to 1-1, and then we went from there, really. There never seemed to be any direct pressure that we wouldn't get a result. But yes, it was kind of quite a systematic dismantling of their team, really, compared to the Horsham Cup game, which there was just incredible fluency in that performance. But this was just a job done, I thought.
Yeah, I did try, Ryan, and Neil, you're like this one, because sort of the abuse I get. I rang up John during the game because I was obviously couldn't be there and I was crying about it. And I thought I'd get a bit of an update. And all I saw was people's bum cheeks and various abuse was thrown at me from John and the rest of the people behind the goal, which I thought was absolutely not on. Would you agree?
Yeah, not when you want to see the game, but
no, I don't want to see someone. I don't want to see Matt's arse. Yeah, that's everyone's seen Matt's arse. I'm all for that. But yeah,
that's what you said before the game.
I just turn the other cheek there. But let's move on to Horsham and the 0-0. Kind of both teams cancelled each other out. Wasn't just a little bit lacking from both teams. I think just that extra 10% to nick it. What's your thoughts, Ryan? I mean, obviously everyone was trying their best. Just looked a bit tired out there.
Yeah, I was going to say, you look at the game Tuesday night, and 3 days rest in that game, and only 2 days with the one from the weekend. I feel like you said it. It just looked like a tired and leggy performance. You look at both starting 11s; they're not too dissimilar from both sides from Tuesday night to the Monday game. So it almost felt like with the way everyone was feeling and leggy and everything, it felt like a pre-season game, really, where you're getting minutes in your legs and like fatigue quite early. And it just, first half was a bit frustrating with them kind of sitting in and letting us have the ball and kind of us with the same. And we changed shape at half time and it looked really good at the start. And we're like, oh, we're going to get a goal here. Like, we're looking fluent and everything. It's going to be a few. If one goal went in, there would have been more to come because they would have had to have come up. But unfortunately, we just couldn't convert anything. And it's probably the same with them. Obviously, they're a little bit higher than us, so they'll probably take the point more than us chasing for the playoffs. But again, it's one of them ones where you look at the squad and everyone kind of played a part. I just feel like it just, if we played Potter's Bar on the Friday and then Horsham on the Monday, you never know, it might have changed. But it is tough, them bank holiday fixtures with only 2 days recovery.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
a bit disappointing.
Yeah. No. I mean, what was the feeling in the dressing room? I mean, still a good draw. Horsham aren't, decent budget on them, decent side. Is it kind of feeling like we're done now, or is the lad still? Oh
no, yeah, we're still definitely. We won't give up until it's mathematically given. I mean, we still got 3 games, 2 of them at home, and our home form again has been one to feel good about this year. Not many teams have come to us and either passed us off the park or outworked us at home. At the start of the season, we're probably a bit unlucky with results against teams who are familiar with the division, with us just coming up. And you look at the games where we lost, like 2-1 to Bishop Stortford, 2-1 to Potters Bar at the start. They were quite tough games. And I feel like since then, we've kind of really matured into the league and shown that we can be here to, we're not just here to make up the numbers, we can push for the playoffs. So, yeah, 3 games left. What are we, 6 points, 5 points, whoever the last playoff thing is?
Well, we've got 1 game in hand on all the other competitors for this last playoff. So if we were to win that, we go above Horsham. So we played 39 and got 64 points. They played 40 and got 66. So if they're still in it, we're still in it. And, you've got Lewis, who have got Enfield have got the tough running, and they've slid down quite a bit. And Lewis on 40 and got 68 points. So we'd be 1 point behind them, technically, if we take the 3 points in our game in hand. So it's it's reliant on Cray's
results as well.
I think Cray are obviously the favourites for that for that place.
And if it does come down to a point or the last game of the season, our first go at this league after coming up, it's not something to be disheartened of, and it shows.
Oh, no, 100%, mate.
Maybe with a few extra bodies and a few extra players in different positions, you never know what could happen. I feel like we've been really unlucky this year, and considering it's the first year as well, and you look at the squad as well, it's near enough the same squad from last year, bar a couple who have come in from you had Alex, who's been in from the start. Joe's had a few loan spells. Obviously now you've got Dave and Kaz. But other than that, we've kind of had the same squad all the way through the season. And to come make that jump to the league has shown us that we can do it. We can run with the big teams who've been in this league for a number of years.
Well, yeah, you see it with obviously Herne Bay coming up, and it looks possibly like they might be going straight back down again. This isn't an easy league. And I mean, you basically stole my thunder. You said it. You guys adapted fairly quickly, to how this league and what you have to do at this level.
Yeah.
And it is. Please don't get me wrong. It's been a very enjoyable season. We've still got the Sussex Cup to play.
Yeah, definitely.
Bloody Lancing. You're not. Are you driving out, Wills?
Yeah, I think we'll try and get there. Yes.
Yeah.
Just reiterate what Ryan said. Really, it's what a success story it's been this season. To think that we're still in a chance for that playoff place, and I think we are. Pressure's on now. Teams perform in a strange way sometimes when the pressure's at this stage of the season. So who knows? So but it's whatever happens, it's a fantastic success story, I think.
Yeah, I agree. We could be really, really negative about other things going on in the background, distractions, and you guys on that pitch didn't allow any perceived distractions or real distractions get in the way. Really perform well. We've really enjoyed this as fans. We've had the radio. We've had obviously that as a great thing that's obviously coming back again, and then we had Neo coming along with some great video content, which is lots of us fans have been sharing it and laughing at how stupid we all look. I'm sure Neo does it on purpose. But yeah, Neo, what about you at the game, mate? Go and talk about the game and about your role as a TikToker.
All I do is record at games, try and make it into something that's actually presentable and something that will grab people's attention and hopefully follow the club. Like, what do you call it? Sorry, my dad's just messaged me. He thinks I'm at the pilot field. Well, I'm actually upstairs.
You talk to your dad? My kids don't talk to me. Oh, yeah, that's another story. Go on, there you go.
We've just reached 100,000, not 100,000. Jesus Christ, that'd be really stretching. 1,000 followers, and I'm about to hit 1,100 followers.
Oh, what, on TikTok, yeah?
Yeah, on TikTok. On YouTube, it hasn't been as successful. It's only been about 100 followers, but we've got an average of 200 to 700 views on each video, which I think is all right for a YouTube that's only been around for a few months and only posted around 20 videos. But yeah, at the game, are we talking about Horsham? Yeah, like as Ryan said, it felt like a pre-season game where it didn't really seem like either team was almost going for it as much as we should. Like nothing discrediting the boys or anything, because I thought they did really well. Like I saw the Bowdens, how much it means to him, especially since it's a loan deal. Like when he got mad at Leggy for when he went offside. But yeah, I just felt like both teams were, like you said, it was a stalemate, where each team was as good as each other, but we just had level chances, just nothing outstanding, like to show that one team should have won it. So I felt like a 0-0 was the right scoreline for it.
Neo, can I ask something? I was just like, we really appreciate the work you put in. I know you chat to Ollie about it as well. It's a fantastic thing you're doing. How many hours do you reckon you put in a week doing this?
What, the TikTok or YouTube?
Both, really. You're doing a good work for the club.
A week, really. Like for both, it would be around 3 to 5 hours around there on editing, not including recording.
That's not including everything, then, is it?
It's not including the recording bit, because that would be like up to around 10 hours, really.
And what you're on, about £55 an hour, are you?
No, I'm on £0 an hour.
Yeah. Fresh air, mate. He's getting fresh air. As soon as you ask for money, mate, you're gone. I'll tell you that.
Well done anyway, Leo. And I won't. Yeah, we won't say any more about the Nazi business that Chris was talking about.
I really hope not. You saying about, as soon as he gets money, he'll probably leave. I was like, but I probably shouldn't say this, but at the Folkestone game,
isn't he? He's already getting paid. Go on.
At the Folkestone game, one of their managers, you know, the like short old guy with the white hair.
Sounds like a lot of supporters. That does. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, but it was one of their managers. He said basically the guy who does our stuff is absolutely.
How you were getting poached? An illegal approach, Ryan, straight onto Billy for that, mate. Come on, tell him.
Straight onto him, yeah.
Mate, illegal approach. Get him under contract,
I don't
Billy.
think it was like an approach, but...
Let's go to you, Ryan. As the season comes to an end, probably gone above what we thought would happen. Like, I don't know what Gary's goals. I'll talk to Gary, hopefully at the end of the season, about where he felt that the team was going to finish. But with the spine of the team that we've got, I wouldn't say punch above our weight, but give this league a good go next season.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, you look at the team, like I said a bit earlier on, we've kind of had the same team from last year, and a few players maybe not playing this level, a few younger lads coming up. Obviously, we brought Jake back, lost a few as well on the way, with obviously Haas leaving, Finn going out on loan. So definitely, I wouldn't really say punching above our weight, but in terms of competing for the playoffs places and maybe the league title, definitely adding a few more, and I think really shows that a good squad depth is something that's needed. Looking at other teams that you've had, they've got experienced players in this level or levels above coming off their bench, and no disrespect to anyone on our team, I feel like maybe with our squad depth is maybe what's not held us back but kept us them few points off everything.
Yeah,
there's been a few games recently where with people being injured and suspended, like 3 subs, 4 subs. So definitely adding a few more to the spine, like you said, will never hurt anyone and definitely show us competing.
Yeah. How could I ask how you feel? Say, Freddie Legg coming through has been a revelation this season. How important has that been for the team?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously we had TC last season pushing through, and obviously unfortunately getting injured as well. But Leggy's something different that we haven't always had in the last few years. That little bit of pace on the wing where you can just clip one into the channels, and you know he might get there, or he's going to make someone make a mistake. So he definitely brings that different outlet that you have, and with a bit of pace on the wing. And yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely to have him around, and another Hastings Academy product coming through as well. It's never a bad sign.
Yeah, him and Kane Penn, like both those two have really come on this season, and you'd think they're shoo-ins for next season.
It does make you think that if we don't play Freddie, we haven't got a leg to stand on, really.
Cheesy, that one. Very cheesy. Like it though. Very good.
I was going to talk about Isthmian ups and downs. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Right. So we're looking at those last. So let's talk about us now. If we don't go up, which it's going to be tough. We can do it. We can do it. But you know, I felt Lewis all season were the ones that were going to make it. Now I'm not thinking that now with the run in, and I think was it Cray have got Kingstonian at home, and you think you're probably getting a few points there. I mean, what do you think, Ryan? Do you think is it Cray, or do you think that Enfield might nip back in there?
I do think Cray are in the driving seat after winning at the weekend again. Definitely. But yeah, I reckon it'll be Cray as well with Enfield losing to Horsham, or losing the other week, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But about you, John? Are you thinking if it's not us? Yeah. So yeah, obviously we all want to be in the playoffs. Yeah, but like, if it isn't us, John.
Cray are on a strong run of form, and so they're definitely the favourites. But as I say, if the pressure gets them, they've only got to lose one match, and you know we win our game in hand, and we're level with them. So I mean, it looks a bit clear cut. Yeah, they just got to carry on their form, but strange things happen. So I've still not closed the door on us.
I'm not closing the door on us, mate. I'm just saying, like, if it isn't us, for the purpose of this conversation.
He's so sensitive. I didn't say you were. It was just a term. You know?
I'm not sensitive. Don't worry. Go on.
These neo-Nazis.
Yeah, the Nazis. Yeah, right. So moving on to the relegation spots. Now it's looking pretty grim for Bowers and Pitsea and Herne Bay. 6 points. I mean, I really did think, because like the way they came back against us, Herne Bay, I thought, you know what, they've got something about them on the pitch. They've got something about them, a real battling mentality as well, that they were going to get out of it. And then they got absolutely stuffed on the weekend, didn't they? Was it weekend or Monday they got stuffed?
Yeah. Monday, wasn't it? Monday.
Monday. Sorry.
By 3, wasn't it? But they did the same game. They went 3 goals down, then they came back to 3-2 or whatever.
Yeah, but obviously Bowers and Pitsea, I think, have got Hornchurch. They're not getting any points out of that. And who's Herne Bay got? Herne Bay are going to Wingate and Finchley. They can win that one. Kingstonian playing Cray. You never know. Herne Bay might get close. What do you think? Or do you reckon they're down?
Yeah, they've got to win both their games and hope Kingstonian lose both, don't they? So, I mean, I've got a few pals at Herne Bay, and it's just been an unlucky season. They've had a load of injuries, and when they've needed people at the time, and they're, like you said, if you look through our squad, our core players through the centre have all kind of played most or every game this season, whereas they've been in and out, changing players, with obviously the manager getting sacked as well. And yeah, I think they've been unlucky that they've scored the last 3 games. They've scored 3 goals in each game and not one. So I think it's just maybe the way their season's going. They just haven't got that bit of luck. But yeah, it will be tough for them to. Well, they need to win both and hope Kingstonian lose both. But like it's like with us, you never know until it's mathematically done, do you?
No, talking Herne Bay, Finn wasn't playing. Is he injured?
I think so. I think he's carrying a little niggle. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is that what it's called? Okay.
Yeah. Bank holiday hamstring or something.
But like, is there anything you want to bring up? Anything that you're doing in terms of your TikTok, or anything that you want to mention to the people that are listening or watching?
There's nothing really much that I really need. All that I need is ideas to do and just get the right hashtags, to be honest. That's my key to like the views on TikTok. So you need to get the right hashtags. And yeah, I did our most successful one, which was the one that I didn't think was going to get any views, was I think it was Kingstonian away at Tootham and Mitcham. That got of us banging a bin instead of a drum because we forgot it.
Oh, the Hastings recycle, yeah.
And that got like 50,000 views, and I got like 100 followers off of it.
There was one that my son showed me, my 21-year-old. He says, "Look at you, Dad," and he was not happy with me. It was quite funny. I'm like, bollocks.
Which one was that?
Oh, it's one where we're singing. I don't know.
Oh,
he was embarrassed by me. Huh?
Oh, I think I know that, the one you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. So you did it. It was all intentional, and you've edited me out of all the other videos. I know it's a conspiracy I've got. I reckon hashtag Neo's not a Nazi. What do you think?
I'm not putting that in my videos just in case.
Go on.
Like with us this season, not saying like anything towards the club or anything, but I think we shouldn't really go up, because I don't think that almost like we're ready for it. Like back-to-back promotions, usually go down straight away after them. And I think this league is just right for us at the moment. Next season, I think we'll definitely be in that playoff contention. Really, I think we'll possibly go up and we'll possibly be one, maybe even for the title. Really,
true. And what will the TikTok be? We'll be at like 1 million views.
Hopefully, I'll just get that one viral one, and everything will be lovely.
There'll be all pictures of Ben Bennett. I know it's going to be that way. That's how you get it. Get Ben Bennett, #Arsenal, and then all of his followers start coming on. Talking of followers, a big shout to Tony and Keith Wareham, all over Twitter. That's your hashtag. I think we all agreed on that one. Ryan, listen, thank you for spending time with us imbeciles. Absolutely wonderful to have.
My pleasure.
Wonderful to watch. Drag the ball off the players. I don't know who's taking the free kicks these days since Sam got that injury.
Kaz, I think.
Yeah. I do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not bad. He's got good delivery on him, to be fair.
Really good with the corners.
Well, I need to put serious money on you on Paddy Power for a few more goals. So get the ball a bit more, yeah.
And
I'll share it with you, mate. Go on.
Ryan, well done with your fantastic return to form. I think this season it has been great, hasn't it? So well done with that.
Yeah, very pleased. Well, yeah, it's obviously a few more games left, but yeah, I'm really pleased with how personally I've played this year as well. So yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
Talking of contracts, now we're getting Neo a contract, but you, what are you contracted to the end of the season or after?
I'm until the end of the season. Yeah, so we'll see what happens at the end of the season if I'm still wanted.
It's out, still wanted. Of course you will be. Anyway, right, okay, chaps. Well, look, I'll leave it there. Okay, many thanks to the Starman himself, Brian Worrall, Neo, TikTok legend, and Willsy. Thank you very much. And listen, I shall see you at the game.
Cheers, Chris.
Thanks, That's it for another week, grassroots football fans. Whoever you're going to watch this week, make sure you're loud and proud. As ever, if you want to get in contact with the show or have any suggestions or want to get in on our weekly roundtables, that email again is hufcpod@gmail.com or on the Twitter, which is @HUFCpodcast. You can get this podcast on all major platforms, be it Google Podcasts, Audible, iTunes, Spotify or Amazon Music. And we have a jam-packed YouTube channel, chock-a-block, full of video interviews and episodes from the podcast. Please, please, please give it a look, a comment or a like, but definitely subscribe. It's all free. All that's left for me to say is, I've been your host, Chris Laverick. Hope you have a good week and see you at the game.